Hey guys, I just found out my camera wasn't on. Nice. I don't know what happened. Something happened. So I'm doing a really short story time for you before I have to go to work. And it's about the time that I thought I was about to be kidnapped. And then there was a time in 7th grade. But for me to walk to school in middle school, it took me about 10-15 minutes of a walk. But I mean, I walked slow to school because I didn't want to go. So there was one morning, it was fall time of my 7th grade year, and I'm walking to school, and there was this man on a little moped scooter, and he came up beside me, and he was just going the same way, so we shared the sidewalk, and he was just talking to me, and I mean, I was just kind of like, it's kind of weird, but I talked back to him, and he wasn't an old man, but he probably could have been my dad, and he, I forget part of our conversation now, but he was asking me on my way to school, if I wouldn't go to school, and if I would go back to his house, and he lived right behind the school, and there was like a little trailer park behind the middle school, and if I would just go with him there. And I'm like, no, I have to go to school, like, I'm 12 years old, I can't just make decisions for myself. And he's like, no, it'll be okay, we'll play card games, and we'll play this, and we'll play that. And I was like, no, I have to go to school. And he's like, he told me what kind of car he had, and he said, I'll take you for a ride in my car. And I was like, no, I have to go to school. And at this point, we were coming up on the school, and in the mornings, there are several teachers, I don't know if they still do, but they would like direct the parent traffic, and like kids that would have to like cross the traffic, they would like direct it. And the principal at the time, was she yeah, she was the principal at the time, because she left at the end of that year. Like, once, I didn't think anything of her, but he was just like, come to my house, and I was like, I have to go to school, no. And he like sped off, and he went home, I guess, and I didn't think anything of it. The principal that I passed didn't ask me anything, and I remember I was sitting in a science class, and it was just on my mind. This is like my 2nd or 3rd class of the day, and I think it was my 2nd class, because I had math and then I had science, and I was sitting beside this girl, and I was like, let's call her Melanie. I was like, hey Melanie, like, this happened to me just this morning, and I told her everything. She said, you need to tell somebody. And I was like, no, like, I'm just a naive little kid. And I'm like, no, there's nothing to go on about. And she said, no, you need to go tell somebody. And she's like, if you want me to, I'll go to the principal's office with you. So I was like, no, I'll go. And so I went to the principal's office, and when I made it to the office, I wasn't allowed to go in the principal's office yet. And then I remember a police officer walks in, and he's like, well, I need to speak with the principal. And they directed him to his office, and then they said, alright, Cassandra, you can come in. And I'm like, why is there a police officer? I don't understand. Well, I guess that wasn't the first time that guy tried to like lure some kid from school. And I had to make a police report about it, and thankfully my dad usually would work, like, he would leave on Sunday night or Monday morning, and he would come back either Friday night or Saturday night, and he would work all week long out of town, and he was home for that. And he would only take me to school on days that, like, I really couldn't walk. If it was, like, raining cats and dogs, or if there was, like, a blizzard and snow was up to my knees. Those are the only times my dad ever took me to school. And I remember, and my dad's not an affectionate person. And like I've said, he's a really private person. He's just like a man of few words. And I remember I told the police officer and the principals, I told them what happened, and they were like, okay, we need to call your dad. And I was like, why? I still don't get it. Okay. I'm like, I didn't go. I don't see the problem. And he didn't touch me. He didn't do anything. I did shake his hand. I did. And I still remember his name. And I told them everything, and they were like, okay. So we called my dad, and I remember I went back to class, and at the end of the phone call, my dad was like, I love you. And that like stuck out. I can tell you the last, he said that to me in 7th grade, and he said it to me at my graduation. So he doesn't, I know he does, but he doesn't, you know, show it. So for him to be like, I love you, I'm like, I don't understand the gravity of the situation. Like, I didn't go anywhere. So my dad and I, we went to the police station, and I had to keep telling them what happened, and it was making me mad. I'm like, you guys were there. I told everybody what happened. And then as the police officer at the police station, he's asking me these questions. I'm trying to write out everything. So he keeps interrupting me, and I'm like, you're messing me up, what I'm writing and what I'm saying. So I don't know what they ever did about it. He was trying to get me to not go to school and to go be with him, and I thought he wanted a friend. That's just the heart of the person, I guess, that I am. But yeah, there's that. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to have to edit. I'm going to edit it while I'm at work, and it's going to go up tomorrow on Friday. And I don't know when I'm going to have like an actual posting schedule. Hopefully soon I can get my shit straightened. Alright. So thank you all for watching. Please leave this a like, a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe. And I still don't know, every time I post, I don't pay attention to where the bell is from whenever I post. So whatever side it's on, I think it'll be this way. I think. Just click it, click the bell if you want to know when I post. I think I only have one person that does that. And just go ahead and subscribe and check out my other videos. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.